Raditz's body lay in the crater, a hole through his chest. His last transmission had been sent. Piccolo stared at the corpse, then at Goku. You killed him without hesitation. That wasn't like you. I gave him a choice. Goku's expression was cold. He made the wrong one, and now 2 more Saiyans know I exist. They'll come here in 1 year. How do you know that? Because that's what Saiyans do. They heard Super Saiyan in Raditz's transmission. Vegeta, their prince, won't be able to resist. His pride won't let him ignore a challenge like that. Krillin and the other Z fighters arrived moments later, having sensed the massive energy spike. Goku. Krillin's eyes went wide, seeing Raditz's body. What happened? That power we felt? That was me going Super Saiyan 2 to kill my brother, Goku said it matter-of-factly, and in 1 year, 2 more Saiyans are coming. Vegeta has a power level of 18,000. Nappa is at 4,000. Everyone's faces went pale. Goku, how are we supposed to? You're not. Goku's voice was firm. Not alone, which is why we're training for the next year, all of us. I'll teach you everything I can safely teach you, and when they arrive, his eyes hardened, I'll make sure no one has to die. Not like last time. Not again. Goku pushed the Z fighters harder than they'd ever been pushed. Piccolo was the strongest, achieving a power level of 3,500 through meditation and combat training. Krillin reached 1,770. Tien hit 1,830. Yamcha managed 1,480. Chiaotzu trained to 1,150. And Gohan, only 5 years old, already sat at 500 with his power still climbing. Dad, can you teach us that Kaioken technique King Kai mentioned? Gohan asked one day. No. Goku's response was immediate. The Kaioken multiplies your power, but it also multiplies the strain. Even at times 2, most of you would tear yourselves apart from the inside. I can handle times 100 because my body has been conditioned in ways yours haven't. Then how are we supposed to fight Saiyans? Yamcha protested. You said Vegeta has a power level of 18,000. You're not fighting Vegeta or Nappa. Goku's tone was firm. I'll handle both of them. Even in my base form, I could take them, but they'll likely bring Cybermen, disposable soldiers with power levels around 1,200. Those are for you. Wait, we're fighting the weaker ones? Krillin frowned. You're fighting enemies at your level to gain real combat experience. Experience you'll need for future threats. Goku's expression was serious. I could wipe out everything in seconds, but that won't make you stronger. Fighting and surviving real battles will. Your job isn't to beat the Saiyans. It's to beat the Cybermen and survive until I arrive. And if things go wrong, Piccolo asked, they won't. I'll be monitoring everything. Goku smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. Trust me. But while training the others, Goku pushed himself into territory even King Kai hadn't imagined. He'd been training with Super Saiyan 2 extensively since killing Raditz. In the years since that battle, he'd mastered the form completely, could hold it for hours now, transform instantly. His body had adapted and made it natural. Super Saiyan alone would be more than enough for Vegeta and Nappa. Hell, even my base form at full power could handle them. But that's not what this is about. He looked up at the sky, thinking about what was coming. Not just the Saiyans, but beyond them. Frieza will eventually come to Earth looking for Dragon Balls, or revenge. The androids will appear, Cell from the future, Majin Buu, and beyond all that, gods and angels I fought in my past life. I can't stop at Super Saiyan 2. I need to reclaim every transformation I had. I need to be ready for all of it. 6 months into the year, while the Z fighters trained together, Goku went to a wasteland far from civilization. It was time to push beyond again. Not because he needed it for Vegeta, that would be overkill, but because he needed to know he could reach it, to reclaim the power from his past life. He thought of everyone being erased, of Jiren's overwhelming power, of fighting at his absolute limit and still losing. His hair began to grow. His brow ridge became more prominent. His aura exploded with such force that the ground beneath him vaporized for miles. Super Saiyan 3. The power was immense. His energy drain was significant. This form would eat through his stamina in 30 minutes. But 30 minutes was more than enough. Good, I can still reach it. And with 6 more months, I'll make it more efficient. For the next 6 months, he refined Super Saiyan 3, making it more stable, learning to enter and exit the form instantly. He also made sure the Z fighters improved, not because they'd fight Vegeta, but because they needed combat experience against the Cybermen. 1 year after Raditz's death, The sky darkened as two space pods screamed through the atmosphere. The Z-Fighters assembled at the landing site. Goku stayed back, suppressing his ki completely, waiting for the right moment. Let them fight the Saibamen. They need combat experience, but the moment things get lethal, Vegeta stepped out first, short, prideful, radiating confidence. His scouter scanned the assembled warriors. Power levels between 1,000 and 3,500. Stronger than Raditz reported, but still insects. He smirked at the massive bald Saiyan beside him. Nappa, plant the Saibamen. Let's have some entertainment. 6 Saibamen burst from the ground, each with a power level of 1,200. Where's the Super Saiyan that killed Raditz? Vegeta demanded, his scouter scanning for the massive power Kakarot had displayed. He's coming, Piccolo said coldly. And when he gets here, you're finished. A Super Saiyan? Vegeta laughed. Raditz was probably hallucinating as he died. The legend is just a myth to scare children. Guess you'll find out, Krillin muttered. The fight began. Tien destroyed one Saibaman with a tri-beam. Piccolo crushed another with a special beam cannon. Krillin's Destructo Disc bisected a third. Then Yamcha stepped forward. He fought well, destroying his Saibaman with a wolf fang fist. The creature lay motionless on the ground. Yamcha turned away, grinning. See? These things aren't so. The Saibaman grabbed his leg. Self-destruct. Boom! Yamcha! Krillin's scream echoed across the battlefield. When the smoke cleared, Yamcha was dead. You bastards! Krillin fired a blast that obliterated the Saibaman's corpse. Clever little creatures, aren't they? Nappa laughed. They know they're losing, so they take you with them. Chiaotzu, enraged by Yamcha's death, flew at Nappa. I'll avenge him! Chiaotzu, no! Tien screamed, but the little martial artist was already grabbing onto Nappa's armor, his energy surging. Self-destruct. The explosion rocked the battlefield. When it cleared, Nappa stood with barely a scratch on him. Pathetic. Chiaotzu! Tien's power exploded. He began firing tri-beams at Nappa, one after another, pouring everything he had into the attacks. Tien, stop! That technique drains your life force, Krillin yelled, but Tien didn't stop. He fired until his energy was completely gone, until his body gave out. He died standing up. Enough, Piccolo roared, stepping forward. Nappa, Then everyone felt it, a massive ki approaching, overwhelming, terrifying, familiar. Vegeta's scouter started beeping frantically. What is this reading? The power level climbed, 5,000, 50,000, 500,000. The scouter exploded. Impossible! Vegeta ripped the smoking device from his face. No one has that much power! Goku landed between the Saiyans and his friends, a crater forming under his feet from the sheer force of his arrival. He didn't look at Vegeta or Nappa. He looked at the bodies. Yamcha, Tien, Chiaotzu, his fists clenched. I told you to survive, he said quietly to the remaining Z-Fighters. I told you I'd be here. Goku, we tried, but... Krillin started. It's not your fault. Goku finally looked up at Nappa. It's his. Nappa laughed. Oh, and what are you going to do about it, runt? Goku's hair flashed golden. Instant transformation. Super Saiyan. What? Nappa's laughter died. The legend. It's real? That's enough, Goku said simply. He moved. To Vegeta's absolute horror, Goku appeared behind Nappa. One punch. The giant Saiyan's eyes rolled back. His body went rigid. He collapsed forward, unconscious. One punch. Silence. Nappa. Vegeta stared at his fallen companion. Nappa has a power level of 4,000. He's an elite warrior. How did you? Because in this form, Goku said, his golden aura blazing, my power level's over 100 million. Your friend was never a threat. Vegeta took a step back, his hands trembling. Over 100 million? And that's just the start. Goku turned to face the Saiyan Prince. You're Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans, power level 18,000? Stronger than Nappa. Probably think you're invincible. I am! Vegeta's pride overrode his fear. I am royalty. The legendary Super Saiyan should be me, not some low-class warrior like you. Should be doesn't matter. What matters is what is. Goku crossed his arms. You have two choices, Vegeta. Leave Earth now and never come back, or fight me and lose. I choose to destroy you. Vegeta's hands came together, purple energy gathering. Gallic gun. Wrong choice. Gallic gunfire. Vegeta's most powerful attack, capable of destroying planets, roared toward Goku. Goku raised one hand. Kamehameha. The beams collided. Vegeta's Gallic gun was pushed back immediately. Impossible! I'm putting everything into this. Vegeta screamed, pouring more energy into his attack. Goku increased his output by a fraction. The Kamehameha completely overpowered Vegeta's beam, sending the prince crashing into a mountain range 3 miles away. When Vegeta crawled out of the rubble, his armor cracked and smoking, his pride was in tatters. How can a low-class warrior be this strong? Because I train. Because I don't rely on being born royal. Goku's expression was calm, almost pitying. Power isn't about your bloodline, Vegeta. It's about pushing past your limits. No! I refuse to accept this. Vegeta looked up at the artificial moon ball he'd thrown into the sky earlier. If I can't beat you as I am, then I'll use the Saiyan's trump card. He transformed. His body exploded in size, becoming a great ape. A massive, terrifying beast with a power level of 180,000. Great Ape Vegeta's voice boomed across the battlefield. 10 times my normal power. Let's see you handle this. Goku looked up at the giant ape, completely unimpressed. Really? This again? I killed Raditz in a form beyond this. Lightning crackled around his golden aura. His muscles bulged slightly. Super Saiyan 2. This is the form I used to end Raditz in one punch, Goku explained calmly. You're not even close, Vegeta. Great Ape Vegeta swung his massive fist down. Goku caught it with one hand. Power level 180,000. Not bad. Goku's grip tightened and Vegeta's ape form howled in pain, but not nearly enough. Then Goku's hair began to grow, longer down his back. His brow became more pronounced. His aura exploded with such overwhelming force that the entire battlefield cracked and crumbled. Super Saiyan 3. What is that? Even in Great Ape form, Vegeta's voice held terror. This is what happens when you push beyond Super Saiyan. Twice. Goku's voice was deeper in this form. I don't need this form to beat you, Vegeta. Super Saiyan alone would have been more than enough. You're an insect compared to that power. But I wanted you to see this, to understand that there are levels beyond levels, that the journey doesn't end at Super Saiyan. He flicked Vegeta's Great Ape forehead. The transformation shattered like glass. Vegeta returned to normal, falling from the sky. Goku caught him gently before he hit the ground. You. Vegeta gasped, barely conscious, his entire body trembling. You didn't even need that power. You were showing off? No. I was showing you what's possible. Goku set Vegeta down carefully, showing you how far a Saiyan can go when they never stop pushing. You're strong, Vegeta. You could become even stronger, but your pride is holding you back. My pride is all I have. Vegeta spat blood. I'm the prince. This power should have been mine. No, Vegeta, you have more than pride. Goku powered down completely, his hair returning to black. You have potential, the ability to grow stronger than you can imagine. So here's what's going to happen. He pointed at Vegeta's space pod. You're going to leave Earth. Train. Push yourself beyond your limits. And when you think you're ready, Goku smiled, come back and fight me again. You're sparing me? Vegeta's eyes widened. After I came here to kill you all? Killing you would be pointless. You're not evil, Vegeta. You're just proud, and pride can be redirected. Goku extended his hand. Besides, I need a rival, someone who pushes me to get stronger. I think you can be that person. Vegeta stared at the offered hand, then slapped it away. I don't need your pity, Kakarot. One day, I'll surpass you. I'll achieve Super Saiyan. I'll reach those forms beyond, and I'll destroy you. He crawled to his space pod, his entire body shaking with humiliation and rage. I'll be waiting. Goku called out as the pod launched. Get stronger, Vegeta. I want a real fight next time. Piccolo approached as Vegeta's pod disappeared into the sky. You let him go. He could come back with reinforcements. He won't. Goku watched the pod become a speck. Vegeta's too proud to ask for help. He'll train alone, obsess over me, and eventually... A small smile crossed his face. He'll unlock his own potential, maybe even achieve Super Saiyan. How can you be so sure? Because I know him. Better than anyone in this timeline could understand. We were rivals, friends, brothers in battle. I won't give up on him, Goku thought to himself. Krillin approached, tears streaming down his face. Goku, Yamcha, Tien, Chiaotzu, they're gone. Not for long. Goku pulled out the Dragon Balls from where Bulma had gathered them. We'll bring them back. Earth's Dragon Balls can grant one wish, so we'll wish back everyone killed by the Saiyans today. That should cover all 3 of them. They summoned Shenron, made the wish, and watched as Yamcha, Tien, and Chiaotzu returned to life. And this time, Goku added, watching his friends celebrate their revival, I'll make sure no one else has to die. 2 weeks later. The Z fighters stood around Shenron, having just revived Yamcha, Tien, and Chiaotzu. Man, dying sucks, Yamcha said, stretching. Don't do it again, Goku said with a grin. Then he turned serious. But we learned something important during this fight. If Piccolo had died, Kami would have died too, and the Dragon Balls would have disappeared forever. Wait, so we got lucky? Krillin's eyes widened. Very lucky. But there's another set of Dragon Balls. On Namek, Piccolo's home planet, they can grant 3 wishes instead of 1, and they're not tied to any one person's life. How do you know all this? Bulma asked suspiciously. I talked with Kami. He told me about it. Well, why do we need to go there? Yamcha asked. Goku's expression darkened, because Frieza is heading there right now. Who? A tyrant, possibly the strongest being in the universe. He destroyed planet Vegeta, the Saiyan homeworld, killed almost all of my race, and now he's going to Namek to wish for immortality. How strong is he? Tien asked nervously. In his final form, power level around 120 million. Everyone's jaw dropped. 120 million! Yamcha fell over. Goku, not even you. I can handle him. Goku's confidence was absolute, but I need to go now, before he can hurt anyone. I'm coming too, Gohan stepped forward. Dad, I want to help. Gohan, I won't fight Frieza, but I can help with other things. Please, Dad. I want to see the universe, learn about my Saiyan heritage. Goku looked at his son, 5 years old, brave, determined. He saw himself at that age. All right, but you follow my orders exactly. Understand? Yes, sir. Krillin raised his hand. I'll come too. Someone needs to keep Gohan out of trouble. Bulma sighed, and someone needs to operate the spaceship. Fine, I'm in. Others decided to stay on Earth. 3 days into space travel, on the spaceship Bulma had prepared, Goku sat in deep meditation. Instant transmission. I learned it on Yardrat in my original timeline after Namek, but I remember exactly how it works. Locking onto key signatures across vast distances, moving through space itself. Goku thought. He'd been practicing using Gohan and Krillin's ki as anchors, teleporting short distances around the ship. Dad, you just appeared behind me, Gohan yelped. Sorry, still practicing the range. 3 days in, Goku's eyes snapped open. I can sense it. Namek's energy, the Namekians. He stood up and placed his hands on Gohan's and Krillin's shoulders. Wait, what are you? Krillin started. Hold on to Bulma. Why would I? Instant transmission. They materialized on Namek's surface, green sky and 3 suns overhead. Bulma fell over, vomiting. I hate that so much. You can teleport? Krillin screamed. Just figured it out. Useful, right? Goku grinned. Come on, let's find the Namekians. They met the Namekians, befriended Dende, learned about Grand Elder Guru and the Dragon Balls. Then Frieza's forces arrived. The Ginyu Force posed dramatically on the battlefield. We are the Ginyu Force, the most elite warriors in the universe, Captain Ginyu announced. And we're here to take the Dragon Balls. Goku stepped forward. Leave. Now, final warning. Captain Ginyu's scouter beeped, reading Goku's suppressed power. 5,000? You dare threaten us with a power level of... Goku's hair flashed golden. Every scouter exploded simultaneously. What? What is that? G stumbled backward. I'm in a hurry, Goku said, his golden aura blazing. So I'll make this quick. He moved. Punch. Rikum collapsed, unconscious. Punch. Birder crumpled. Punch. Jis and Guldo fell together. 4 punches. 4 unconscious Ginyu Force members. Total time, 2.3 seconds. Captain Ginyu stood alone, trembling. You're not human. What are you? A Saiyan. Now run back to Frieza and tell him Son Goku is here. And tell him. Goku's eyes hardened. If he wants the Dragon Balls, he'll have to go through me. Ginyu fled, dragging his unconscious team members. No time for games. No time for showing off. Frieza needs to be stopped before he hurts anyone. Frieza arrived in his hover chair, tail swishing with irritation. So you're the monkey who embarrassed my Ginyu Force. He looked Goku up and down. Power level 530,000 in this form, quite high for your species. And you're Frieza, the tyrant who destroyed planet Vegeta and the Saiyan race. Oh, you know about that? Frieza smiled cruelly. Yes, I eradicated them. Too dangerous to let them live. Their potential was too great, and now I'll finish the job by killing you and that little half-breed child over there. Goku's fists clenched. Leave Gohan out of this. Why? So you can watch him die slowly? Frieza laughed. I think I'll make you watch as Goku's hair flashed golden. Super Saiyan. Frieza's laughter died. That hair, that power, no! The legend can't be real. It is. and you're about to find out why your race fears it. Frieza attacked immediately, not with words but with deadly intent. His first form moved with incredible speed, his tail lashing like a whip, his death beams piercing through mountains. Goku dodged everything effortlessly. "Not bad for a warm-up," Goku commented, "but you're holding back. Show me your true power. You dare!" Frieza's body convulsed. He transformed to his second form, taller, bulkier, horns sprouting from his head. "How about now?" Goku yawned. "Getting warmer. Keep going." Frieza screamed and transformed again. His third form was grotesque, elongated, alien. His power had doubled again. Goku still dodged every attack with his hands in his pockets. "Enough!" Frieza's body began to shrink, compact. "I'll show you my true form, the form that has never known defeat. I am the Emperor of the Universe. I am perfection itself." His final form was sleek, elegant, terrifying in its simplicity. "There we go. Now you're ready." The real battle began, and it was completely one-sided. Goku in Super Saiyan form was so far beyond Frieza that the tyrant looked like he was moving in slow motion. Every punch Frieza threw, Goku dodged effortlessly. Every death beam was swatted aside like an annoying fly. Every planet-destroying attack was countered with casual precision. "Impossible!" Frieza screamed, firing blast after blast. "I'm in my final form. I should be destroying you." "You're strong, Frieza, probably the strongest person I've fought so far in this timeline." Goku appeared behind Frieza and delivered a kick that sent the tyrant crashing through 3 mountains. "But you're nowhere near strong enough." For 10 minutes, Goku dominated Frieza completely. The tyrant's every attack was nullified. His every advantage turned to nothing. It wasn't even close. "This is for planet Vegeta," Goku said, his fist connecting with Frieza's face. "This is for the Namekians you killed." Another punch, cracking ribs. "And this is for every innocent life you've taken across the universe." Frieza coughed blood, his body broken. "How? How can a Saiyan monkey be this strong?" "Because I've lived through this before." Goku's expression turned cold. "In another timeline, I gave you a chance. I tried to spare you, to let you change. You betrayed that mercy and tried to destroy Earth." What are you talking about?" "It doesn't matter." Goku's hair began to grow longer, his aura exploding with such force that Namek's surface cracked. His power tripled. "Super Saiyan 3, because this time I'm not making that mistake." "No. Wait." Frieza held up his hands. "We can work together. I have armies, planets, wealth. We can rule the universe as partners. I'll give you anything. I don't want anything from you except your death." Goku's Kamehameha was instantaneous and overwhelming, a blue beam of pure energy that eclipsed the sun. When it faded, Frieza was gone, vaporized. Not even ash remained. The tyrant who'd terrorized the universe for decades, who destroyed planet Vegeta, who'd killed billions, was dead, and Namek's surface was intact. Goku had controlled his power perfectly. "It's over," Goku said, powering down. He walked to where Grand Elder Guru waited with the Dragon Balls. You saved us," Guru said, tears in his ancient eyes. "You destroyed the monster who would have killed my entire race, and you preserved our planet. I sensed you controlling your power perfectly. Namek is unharmed. I just did what was right." Goku smiled. "Now about those wishes, do you need to use them for anything? To revive anyone Frieza killed?" "Yes," Guru nodded. "We lost many of our people before you arrived." The wishes were made with Porunga, the Namekian dragon. 1. Revive all Namekians killed by Frieza and his forces. 2. Restore the Namekian villages that were destroyed. 3. Saved for later use by the Namekians. "Thank you, Son Goku," Guru said. "You have given my people a second chance." Then Goku used instant transmission to bring Gohan, Krillin, and Bulma back to Earth in an instant. The entire Namek saga took 3 days. 6 months later, somewhere in space. Vegeta had been training obsessively since his defeat. He'd taken his space pod and found a remote planet with extreme gravity, 150x Earth's normal gravity. Alone. Always alone. That's how the Prince of Saiyans trained. He pushed himself to the absolute edge of death every single day. His pride wouldn't let him rest. His humiliation drove him forward like a demon. Kakarot, that low-class warrior. Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan 3. I'm the prince, that power should be mine. And finally, after 6 months of hell, training in isolation with nothing but his rage and determination, it happened. He remembered the humiliation. The golden warrior catching his great ape fist with one hand. The gap between them so vast it might as well have been infinity. Rage, frustration, pride shattered and forged anew. His hair flashed gold. Yes! Vegeta's scream echoed across the empty planet. Golden aura blazing, he immediately flew to his space pod and set course for Earth. He had to show Kakarot, had to prove he'd finally reached the legend. Hours later, he landed in front of Goku's house in the mountains. Kakarot! He touched down, his golden hair blazing in the sunlight. Look, I've achieved it. I'm a Super Saiyan. We're equals now. Fight me! Goku looked up from where he was training Gohan, smiled and waved. Hey Vegeta, congrats. I knew you could do it. Don't patronize me. Vegeta's fists clenched. I'm your equal now. We're both Super Saiyans, so fight me. Vegeta, Goku's expression turned sympathetic. You remember our fight, right? You saw Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. We're not equals yet, but you've taken the first step, and that's huge. Vegeta's eye twitched. I know. I saw those forms. I remember. His golden aura flickered with his frustration. But I hoped, that maybe you hadn't really mastered them, that maybe I could close the gap before. Goku's hair grew longer, his power exploding. Super Saiyan 3. He held it for just a second, then powered down completely. Vegeta fell to his knees, his newly achieved Super Saiyan form flickering out. Damn you, Kakarot. You've completely mastered it. All of it. 6 months of training, Goku said gently. And yeah, I've refined Super Saiyan 3 a lot. But Vegeta, you achieved Super Saiyan in 6 months. Do you know how incredible that is? Incredible? Vegeta's voice was hollow. I finally reached the legendary form, and you're still 3 steps ahead. Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to catch up? By training. By pushing beyond your limits. By not giving up. Goku's smile was genuine, encouraging. You'll reach Super Saiyan 2, then Super Saiyan 3, and who knows? Maybe you'll even find a path beyond that that's uniquely yours. Uniquely mine, Vegeta repeated bitterly. You mean settle for second place while you keep ascending? No, I mean find your own way to be strong. You don't have to follow my path, Vegeta. You can forge your own. Before Vegeta could respond, a time machine materialized in the yard with a flash of light. A young man with lavender hair and a sword stepped out, his eyes widening when he saw Goku standing there, healthy and powerful. Your son, Goku? The young man looked confused. But you're not sick, and your power... He pulled out a device that immediately exploded. That's impossible! And you are? Goku asked, though he knew perfectly well. I'm Trunks, from the future. I came to warn you about... He noticed Vegeta kneeling on the ground. Father? What happened to you? Father! Vegeta's head snapped up. What are you talking about, boy? I'm your son from 20 years in the future. Trunks looked between Goku and Vegeta, confused. In my timeline, the androids appear in 3 years and destroy everything. They kill all the Z-fighters except Gohan, who trains me until he dies too. I came back to warn you and give Goku the medicine for the heart virus that kills him. But, he looked at Goku. You're already way stronger than anything in my timeline. What's going on? I've been training, Goku said simply. And I already know about the androids. Dr. Gero, numbers 17, 18, 19, and 20. Plus Cell, who comes from an even worse future timeline. Trunks' jaw dropped. How do you know all that? Good instincts, Goku grinned. But thank you for coming to warn us. It means a lot that you cared enough to risk time travel. In my timeline, the androids killed everyone. They have unlimited energy and power levels in the 100s of millions. Nobody could stop them. Trunks looked at Goku's calm face. But you're different. Stronger. Maybe things will be different this time. They will be, Goku promised, because I'm not going to let anyone die. Not this time. As Trunks returned to his time machine, still confused but hopeful, Vegeta stood up slowly. So I have a son in the future, he muttered, and he came back to warn you, not me. He's a good kid, Goku said. Strong, brave, cares about others. You'd be proud of him. Proud. Vegeta's fists clenched. 3 years until the androids. 3 years until the next challenge. Yep. Goku looked up at the sky, his expression distant. 3 years to prepare. 3 years to push even further. Further? Vegeta's eye twitched. Further than Super Saiyan 3? How? By tapping into something beyond Saiyan power entirely. Goku's eyes gleamed with knowledge. In my past, in my training, I've sensed something, divine key, the power of gods, and I think... He clenched his fist. I think I can reach it again. Divine key? Vegeta whispered. You mean like Kami? Bigger, stronger, the realm where gods of destruction and angels exist? Goku's smile was excited, almost childlike. And in 3 years, I'm going to achieve it. Vegeta stared at the warrior who'd surpassed him at every turn, who kept finding new mountains to climb while Vegeta was still learning to walk. Kakarot, you're not just a warrior, you're a monster. Nah, Goku laughed. I'm just a guy who loves to fight and hates seeing people get hurt. Come on, Vegeta, let's train together for these 3 years. I'll help you reach Super Saiyan 2. And who knows, maybe you'll surprise me. As they stood there, the sun setting behind them, neither warrior knew that in 3 years, Goku would indeed tap into Divine Ki, and the android saga would be over before it even began.